talked a little with him, I felt better. But then Andriika left, and again I felt uneasy. Monday, parents will arrive only in a week, and this made me feel even worse. It got dark. I was lying in bed trying unsuccessfully to sleep when there was a knock at the door. No, it cannot be. I thought. He can't know where I live. So, no panic. I'm at home, which means I'm safe. At least for now. You just have to ignore it. Knock again. And more and more. My nerves could not withstand this onslaught. I jumped out of bed and headed for the door. Who's there? I asked. Hi, it's me. We wanted to take a walk in the evening, a female voice answered. I felt an unprecedented relief. With these stupid thoughts about the maniac, I completely forgot about the fact that I promised Nastia to take a walk with her on Monday. I glanced at my watch, 11:30. I opened the door, told her that I was sick, and offered to sit at my house. Nastia entered the apartment. We went into the kitchen. I put the kettle on. We began to talk. By the way, Nastia is a very good friend, but a terrible gossip, and all attempts to drive up to her cuts off at the root, referring to higher feelings than physical attraction, love, and all that Figaro. In general, we drank tea with her and I so that Nastia would stay with me longer. I didn't want to be alone at all, offered to watch some movie. She agreed and reminded me that I had promised to buy a new cassette. I mumbled something in response. We got for a long time which movie to watch. Nastia insisted on The Evil Dead, and I wanted to watch Lucky Gilmore. As a result, we decided to watch the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey. In the course of the film, I tried to hug Nastia, for which I received a couple of hands. Why is she so stubborn? An hour and a half later, the film ended. I offered to see something else, but Nastia, referring to the late hour, began to get ready. Indeed, it was 2 in the morning. At such a time, I could not let her go alone. I began to gather with her. At first she was against it, but then she agreed. Leaving the house, I forgot a pack of cigarettes, but did not return. Nastia lived at the other end of the city, but since our city is small, after 30 minutes we were already saying goodbye. I kissed her on the cheek, she smiled, and went home. I hurriedly headed home. I wanted to smoke wildly. A few blocks from my house, I saw a man standing under a lamppost. I was about to walk past, but then he asked, "Can't you find a smoke?" The voice was not like the voice from the tape, and I felt better. "I'm looking for it myself," I answered and went on, and the man continued to stand under the lantern. When I got home, I took a shower and went to bed. I dreamed about the boy on the tape. He was crying and begging not to kill him. I woke up in the morning. The state was hangover depressive time, 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept for only 2.5 hours. No wonder I felt so bad. Well, if so, I decided, then I'm going to school today. Thoughts about the film fell away of their own accord. My mind refused to remember what I saw on the screen. I had breakfast and went to the first lesson. The day at school was lousy. I got a deuce in chemistry. Yes, parents will not be happy. I slowly walked home looking through shop windows. I liked the skateboard board. I dreamed about this for a long time. Having reached the house, I entered the entrance and checked our mailbox. Letter. From whom? There was absolutely nothing written on the envelope. I went up to my floor, entered the apartment, threw the satchel into the corner, and went into my room. He opened the envelope and began to read, "Hello, Vladislav. How do you like my film? Have you watched the first tape yet? If yes, then do not pull the rubber, insert the second one and enjoy the spectacle. But I warn you, don't say a word to anyone." A lump rose in my throat. I read the letter again, not believing my eyes. How? When? I remembered yesterday, and the man near the lantern. Thought stormed my head, my temple throbbed, my hands shook with fear. I decided to watch the second cassette. I took out a package of cassettes from my hiding place, found the right one and inserted it into the tape recorder. A familiar school notebook appeared on the screen, the same handwriting as on the first notebook. The student's name is Anna, the class is 11th G, the school is already different. The surroundings of the city appeared again in the camera lens. I can't say for sure whether this is the same city as on the first tape or not, but the building seemed different. Spring was on the street. It was early in the morning. The children were in a hurry to go to school. The camera moved towards the local school smoking room. Usually this is a place not so far from the school but hidden from the teacher's eyes, most often located behind the garages or around the corner of the school, and froze in the bushes behind the garage. After a couple of minutes, a pretty slender girl of about 17 years old, blonde, got into the frame. She took out a cigarette and lit it. As soon